Hello, hello. My name is Brian Traskos. I'm the co-founder at the Somatic Coaching Academy. I'm so glad that you're here. Today, we're going to be doing a core centering practice to give you an experience, just a taste of our core centering program of what you could be doing with your own clients. Now, if at the end of this, you want to learn more how to integrate somatic practices into your sessions with individuals and groups, from wellness centers to organizations and everything in between in a trauma-informed way, please come check out our core centering program at somaticcoachingacademy.com. So what is core centering? Core centering is our methodology at the Somatic Coaching Academy to help people feel more present, centered, relaxed, essentially in their optimal zone of performance. You know, we can be really, really revved up, and that might feel good sometimes, but it puts us out of our optimal performance zone. We can also feel really chilled out sometimes, really super chilled out. And that can oftentimes be lower than our optimal zone of performance. So how do we get in the center? How do we center? How do we get in that from our core, essentially, so we become really responsive, resilient, effective, productive, connected, all the things that we really want to be able to do as highly effective human beings in the world. And so we have some methodology to do that. We call it core centering. So to start off with, I'm going to share with you today in just kind of a brief style, and I invite you to do this with me. Get right up out of your chair, push away. Even if you're in your office like I am, you can do this stuff anywhere. No special clothing needed, no mats required, anything like that. Just you and a few extra minutes of your time in order to get centered. So I'm going to share with you one of our foundational practices that we call stress scrubbing. So one thing we know that becomes problematic for almost everyone and really blocks everyone from the optimal zone of performance is chronic tension, chronic body tension. So let's just get right in there. So what we start to do is just start to do a little bit of shaking and a little bit of bouncing. And as you're doing this, kind of feel your feet on the ground. Really feel yourself connected to the ground so that you become present in this moment as you're doing just a little bit of wiggling and a little shaking. Now, what's this thing about chronic stress and tension? Well, it becomes chronic stress and tension. It's like this holding tension where you have this tightness in your neck or the tightness in your back, and it just never seems to relax or go away. So what we're going to start to do is start to move the body in a way, as long as it feels okay for you. Only move in ways that feel safe. Move in ways that feel like they are respecting what your body needs in the moment, while at the same time inviting your body to let go of a little extra tension. So we're just going to do a little wiggling. Feel your body or feel your feet on the ground, rather. Relax your knees. Your knees feel bouncy if that feels safe to you. These practices, by the way, can be done with eyes open or eyes closed. Next, spine feels nice and long. So you have a nice long spine. Feels like your hips are sinking, but your head is rising. I like to think about the spine like being a slinky, if you will. Nice long spine. Okay, let's do a long out breath. Do 3 of those. Long out breath. And one more long out breath. Good, great, 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 great. And you might be thinking, that seems really silly, Brian. Why would I do this? I feel kind of foolish. Why would I do this kind of thing? And I just say, you know what? Are you willing to just suspend judgment with me just for the next 10 minutes? Just for the next 10 minutes, play along. And then let me know afterwards if you feel like you have less tension than you did before you started. That maybe will be the true test. Okay, so we've done a little bit of wiggling. We've done a little bit of bouncing. We feel our feet on the floor. We feel connected here. We've done some long breaths. Now let's go ahead and scrub away some stress. So the way we do this, make your hands like little mallets. And we're going to start just tapping up and down either side of the spine. Never right on the spine, either side of the spine on these muscles in your back. And maybe those muscles feel tight. And if they feel tight, you might want to do a little bit of just some scrubbing on them or some deep kneading or something like that. And at each one of these spots that we stop at, which are really important key acupressure points in the body that affect the body in really important ways, we're going to take a deep breath. Actually, we're going to let out a deep sigh is what we're going to do. All right, now we're going to tap down the outsides of the legs, relax the legs like you're knocking off tension. Imagine if you could knock tension off the body as if it was rust or mud or something like that. And then, right here, just below the knees and to the outside just a little bit, there's a key spot right there called the 3-mile point. I'm going to tap on the 3-mile point. This helps to energize the legs, helps to increase endurance, helps also to help you feel grounded and focused. Okay, great. So go ahead and just tap all the way down. I'm going to go just right around the feet. Just tap right around the feet. I don't think you can see my feet there, but go ahead and come up the insides of the legs now, like you're knocking off tension and rust and dust and all that kind of stuff. And then right here to the belly. Okay, now that we're on the belly, just slow down a little bit. A little bit of padding on the belly. Let's do a sigh. And we'll do another sigh. Good. Now just stop for a moment. Just let fingers sink into this spot below your belly button for a moment. This is called the sea of energy. So it's a great point to help not only come into the center to help center your awareness, but also if you have back tension or back pain, it's a really important point for that. It can be super useful. You can do a little circling in here if you like, just below the belly button, just some gentle pressing in. All right, and we're going to find our way moving back up a little further to another key point called the Sea of Tranquility. So this is right in the middle of the sternum. So I like to just put fingers kind of right in the middle of the sternum right there, just some gentle rubbing. Again, feel feet on the ground, really feel your feet on the ground. Be in your body here. Feel yourself in your body. Let's do a nice long sigh. And if you can, feel any connection between your fingers and right into your heart. I like to imagine when I'm on this spot, the Sea of Tranquility, that sometimes when you're feeling really stressed and anxious and running all over the place, if we stop for a moment, you might notice that the inside of your body feels really in turmoil, like you're a lake that's really been stirred up by the wind. It's have a lot of white caps and that kind of stuff. And I like to imagine when I take a moment here at the Sea of Tranquility point and just let my fingers sink into the sternum, that lake just becomes like glass, like a mirror, just quiet and peaceful. Just becoming present right here in the moment. I like to move fingers up to some other points right below the collarbone and slightly out just a little bit are some points called the kidney 27 points. The other name for them is called elegant mansion, kind of a cool name. And so on these points, you can either thump with fists, you can make little bird's beak with your fingers and tap on these points, or you can just massage them more deeply also, whatever feels right for you at the moment. These points are really important for increasing immune function, also helping to feel present and grounded. They're fantastic for anxiety relief. If someone's feeling anxious, these are great points for that. So for this spot, feel my feet on the ground, feel very present here. Knees are relaxed, can feel tapping on the body. Breath, nice long exhales. On these spots, I like to visualize my immune system inside of my body just coming to life when I tap these spots, and even slow down a little bit and do some massage on them. You can also do a little cross hand massage on them if you like. A little cross hand massage. I like to imagine my immune system coming to life. What's the immune system? It's all those white blood cells, those macrophages and eosinophils, and those are all fancy names for the cells in your body that protect you from germs and viruses and disease and that sort of thing. So I like to imagine my immune system just coming to life as I pause there for a second, inside of my body, lighting up, and all of the stuff that I don't want in my body is being handled by my immune system. I feel it kind of like a wave of energy going through my body personally, but that's how I feel it. How do you feel it? All right, so let's keep going with our stress scrub. Let's take your arms and shake them out a little bit. Do this again. So inhale, flip the arms down. Like almost imagine if you had this heavy tension on your arms and in your neck and in your shoulders. And we'll do an inhale and just flick that tension off. Like you're flicking water, heavy water, mud or something off your body. Let's do it again. In. Good. All right, now one hand, tap up around your neck and around your shoulder. Again, we're thinking about knocking off tension off the body. Down the arm. Good, down around the hand. Up the inside. Across and down. Just knocking off. I see myself as kind of like a rusty car sometime, and I'm just coming in, I'm knocking all the rust off the body of my car, and it's nice and shiny under there and brand new. All right, good. Tapping on the shoulders just once or twice. All right, now relax the arms. Just do another little shake. And all right, now the last part of the stress scrub is my favorite part. Is called a blither. A blither is like a dog shaking off water. So this is our last opportunity here to kind of just get rid of all the tension that we can. So we take a big deep breath in. And just kind of shake it all off. And if it brings a smile or a laugh to your face, hey, that's a good sign that the tension is starting to go as well, isn't it? So one more time, big deep breath in and go. Shaking everything right off, like you're flicking all that tension right off the body. And there you go. So that's just a little core centering practice. So my question is for you, how do you feel now compared to as before we started this process? Lots of times people tell me they not only feel a little more relaxed, but they feel more energized. They feel like they have some buzzing or some tingling in their body, like blood is flowing, something's moving in their system. And that's a great point, because remember, if you have a lot of chronic tension and you have a lot of tightness, then blood can't move through the body. Blood doesn't circulate well through chronic tension. So if you feel warmer, if you feel a little more alive, if you feel a little more energized, those are all signs that your level of tension has decreased and your level of vitality is growing. So if you're interested in bringing this work to your people, again, check us out at the Core Centering Program at SomaticCoachingAcademy.com. If you felt this was valuable, please like, share, comment. We'd love to get those conversations going, and we look forward to seeing you right back here again soon for another core centering practice. Hope that you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.